What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Seat Radio. My name is Corbin, and wow, that happened super fast. I was expecting stuff to go really quickly. We talked about it on the video yesterday about what we can expect from this Red Sox offseason within just the first couple of days alone, and I knew it was going to be chaos, but I didn't think it was going to happen this quickly because in the last 24 hours alone, we have 3 or 4 separate news stories to break down. Obviously, we all know by now Xander Bogaerts has opted out of his contract. That was a given. We all knew that was going to happen. Just to let you guys know, that does not mean Xander can't/won't come back. I saw a lot of comments yesterday talking about how he's gone, this is it, blah blah blah. Yes, it kind of sucks that he went to free agency, but that does not mean he is gone. But that's not what we're talking about today, because a lot of other stuff happened too, and that's what we're talking about. We're talking about all the important contract decisions that the Red Sox made within the last 24 hours alone. Before we get into that, do me a favor, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys have hit the like button on this video as well. Helps these videos out a ton, and it would mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one. Let's get into it. Let's get the smaller bit of news out of the way first, and that is that Eric Hosmer is going to opt into his contract with the Boston Red Sox. It's about $44 million worth left on his contract. The good news is the Red Sox really don't have to pay much. They are paying the league minimum for Eric Hosmer. The Padres are picking up the rest. So the Red Sox, on their books, Eric Hosmer only costs about $770,000 a year. This is kind of a good thing. One, Tristan Casas and Eric Hosmer have a relationship. They went to the same high school. He's a great mentor for Tristan Casas. He's a great clubhouse guy, so you keep that veteran presence in the clubhouse. And if worst case scenario happens and Tristan Casas does not pan out the way that we are expecting him to, we have a decent backup first baseman that can step in and provide at least league average defense as well as league average at bats. On top of that too, at the end of the day, if everything works out with Tristan Casas and the Red Sox want to make a roster spot and get rid of Eric Hosmer, it's not impossible. He does have a no trade clause, but that does not mean that the Red Sox can't trade him. It just means that he has to approve the trade, which does make it a bit more tricky, but not impossible. So I have no problem with Eric Hosmer opting in. I think he made the smart decision for himself. There was no way he was going to get that contract on the open market, and I think there are some benefits to having Eric Hosmer on the Boston Red Sox. Just maybe not in an everyday role. As for the other pieces of news, it was announced that the Red Sox will not be picking up Tommy Pham's club option. Instead, they are going to give him his $1.5 million buyout, and Tommy Pham's going to become a free agent. Now, this one is a little bit more surprising, not incredibly surprising though. I think the reason it is surprising is because this could have gone 50-50 in my opinion. They could have kept him, they could have let him go, and I don't think it would have been a huge shock to anybody. Tommy Pham ended the year in 2022 with the Boston Red Sox with an average of only .238, a .672 OPS, an .86 OPS plus, and none of it was really jumping off the page at you. He came in hot for sure right after the trade deadline, but immediately cooled off after that. I don't think he did enough here in Boston to warrant picking up his option for the next 2 years in hopes that he has a little bit of a resurgence, right? This is kind of what you can expect from Tommy Pham. Those averages that he put up during his time with the Boston Red Sox was about what he put up average-wise with the rest of his career, so it's not like there's really another level for Tommy Pham to get to. And if everything is true of what the Red Sox have been saying before this offseason started, that they want to improve the team, that they want to make some changes, getting rid of Tommy Pham and bringing in someone else to improve that outfield makes a ton of sense. So Tommy Pham not getting his team option, to me, makes perfect sense. I know it's a little bit surprising to some other people, but if we're going in the direction of trying to drastically improve this team, you have to be able to put some power, some versatility, maybe some youth into that outfield, and Tommy Pham simply does not fit that mold. Now, it does not mean that Tommy Pham will not be back on the Boston Red Sox in 2023. There is a small possibility that he goes to the free agent market and the Red Sox pick him back up on a cheaper deal. However, that doesn't happen a ton, rarely ever, to be honest with you, where a team denies an option and then goes and gets him again in the free agent market, especially with a guy like Tommy Pham, but it is possible. However, on the other side too, I don't know how much cheaper Tommy Pham's going to be on the free agent market. I think you get him for probably $3-4 million a year, but at that point you're only losing $2-3 million. Is it really worth it to bring him back? I guess we'll see. But either way, Tommy Pham is no longer on the Boston Red Sox and he is a free agent. The other player that we talked about yesterday who has a team option is James Paxton, and that has a conclusion as well. At least part of the conclusion. The Red Sox have elected not to pick up James Paxton's team option, which was a 2-year, $26 million option. Now, James Paxton does have the ability to stay with the Red Sox if he chooses. He has a player option worth 1 year and $4 million. Thank God the Red Sox did not pick up James Paxton's option. First of all, 2 years, $26 million for a guy who did not pitch in 2022 and barely pitched in 2021 seems like a lot of money. On top of that too, the Red Sox need to bring in some fresh arms into this Red Sox rotation. It feels as though there have been so many question marks with this rotation, not just 2022, but 2021 and 2020 as well. It felt like we haven't had a set, good to go rotation in a while, and adding in a guy like James Paxton, who does have so many question marks surrounding him, right? He's got the higher upside, but he also has all of these different question marks, whether or not he can actually get onto the field in 2023, what he's going to look like at an older age, not having pitched in a while, right? There are so many question marks surrounding him, and I'm personally sick and tired of question marks in this Red Sox rotation. So I think it was a good move for the Red Sox to deny James Paxton's team option. Again, he could still end up on the Boston Red Sox if he does choose to take that player option. In my opinion, I don't know if it's extremely likely, and the main reason for that is because I think he can get at least a little more years on the open market. Maybe he doesn't get the exact amount of money he wants, but I could see a team out there, especially a lower end team who just needs to spend some money and put together a roster, saying, hey James, we'll give you 2 years, $10 million, come pitch for us and we'll see how you do, right? The Kansas City Royals, maybe the Texas Rangers want a veteran presence in the back end of their rotation. They offer him a little bit of something, you know? So I don't think that James Paxton will be back on the Red Sox, but there is that possibility. All in all, these two moves to me indicate that the Red Sox want to shake things up a little bit. We talked about how bringing in Tommy Pham and keeping James Paxton sort of keeps things status quo. The fact that they denied both of their team options means that the Red Sox don't want the status quo anymore, at least in my opinion. They want to go out and they want to legitimately improve those positions. So I guess we'll see. Time will tell what the Red Sox actually do with their corner outfield position and with one of their starting pitching rotation positions. Either way, let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think of all this? What do you think of Eric Hosmer opting in? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Were you expecting it? Were you not expecting it? What do you think of Tommy Pham? Does this indicate another move is coming? Do you think this means something, or do you think they just don't believe in Tommy Pham? And what do you think about this James Paxton stuff? I know there was a little bit of a debate online as to whether or not the Red Sox should pick up James Paxton's option. So let me know which side you fell on and how you feel about the Red Sox not picking it up. Either way, let me know all your thoughts down below. As always, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like I said at the beginning, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Plus, we're going to be covering everything this offseason. So if you want to stay up to date, hit that sub button. Also hit that like button as well. It helps these videos out a ton and it would mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one, and I will see you in the red seat.